Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I have a big announcement for you guys. Claude or Anthropic just released their brand new model Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and it has some very cool features, and it's probably the best model out right now for coding, which is the key takeaway most of you just want to get out of me right now. So yes, it is the best for coding, as was 3.5 Sonnet. And guys, don't get mad at me for the thumbnail, I'm just kidding. Anyways, what are some features of Claude 3.7 Sonnet? Why is it special? Why is everyone talking about it? Well, Claude 3.7 Sonnet has or takes a different approach from other reasoning models on the market. That approach being that it is the first hybrid reasoning model in the market right now, meaning that it's both an ordinary LLM and a reasoning model in one. But it has two modes. Those modes being Claude 3.7 Sonnet Normal, which is much quicker and takes less tokens and cheaper. And we have Claude 3.7 Sonnet Extended Thinking Mode, which just takes more time and gives more thought before giving you a response. Kind of like what we've seen previously with O3 Mini High and O3 Mini Low. So it will obviously perform better in math or physics and for more rigorous prompts when it comes to coding. If you have something that you really need the model to put some thought into before giving you an answer, you use the extended thinking mode. Now, what most of you care about is going to be the charts. The charts are really good. This first chart is kind of just a general different benchmarks, different reasoning benchmarks, etc. We have the high school math, problem solving, instruction following, visual reasoning, agentic tool use, agentic coding, graduate level coding. Very competitive, very good results. You guys can take a look real quick. Very similar, outperforms in some, does similar in other stuff, slightly underperforms in other stuff. But for the most part, it's really competitive. Now we have the software engineering benchmarks, which is going to be what this model specializes in, which is coding. The coding is much better compared to all other models, as was 3.5 Sonnet. It has 62.3%, which is 13% more than every other model in the market right now, like O1, O3 Mini, and DeepSeek. They also have this 70.3, which is with custom scaffolding, which basically they did some tweaks, they adjusted some things, maybe these specific prompts. But I don't really count that because they did play around with it to get the result that they want. But it is something to look at. And with that, they will be up 20% from all other models on the market. And then there's this other chart that I also found pretty useful, especially for most people coding with Claude. We're going to be using it with, let's say, Cursor or Klein or Windsurf. And this agentic tool use benchmark, which it outperforms all other models in, it does very good. So this benchmark shows its ability to understand when to call other tools and basically call other functions. So understanding that although it cannot call the weather API itself, it needs to call the weather API, trigger something to get the result for it to use. Or let's say right now Cursor also added MCPs, so it needs to understand, okay, now I need to call the MCP, and so on and so forth. Now I need to go into different files, now I need to adjust this file and that file. So this is what the agentic tool use benchmark is useful for, which it does very good at. Now they did also release Claude Code, which is their own agentic coding tool made by them, Anthropic. This is a direct competitor to Cursor, but right now it's in very early stages, and from what I saw and what I tested, in my opinion, it does not really outperform Cursor in any way, but it is something to look at, and I'll definitely make another video about it where I'm going to more rigorously test it and give you guys a more solidified opinion about it. But from what I've seen, it does not really display anything special. So today, I'm going to be testing Claude 3.7 Sonnet by building a little chatbot for you guys just to see its unique abilities and to see if it's any good. So I'm going to do that using Cursor because Cursor did just add Claude 3.7 Sonnet recently, and along with that Cursor actually had many big updates recently, but they're not fully rolled out and they're not working that well on Windows. So I'm gonna give them some time, and I'm going to make a more thorough video about Cursor's new amazing features. So there we go. We're inside of here. We can put these, and now when you open Cursor, you can see that there's Claude 3.7 Sonnet Thinking and Claude 3.7 Sonnet, this being the better one, I guess. So let's begin with that. Now, before I write a prompt, I usually like to go into ChatGPT and write out what I want, wait till ChatGPT gives me a prompt, and then I use the prompt in Cursor, just so I don't waste credits in Cursor, and so I'm able to get a better result. Now, you could of course do this with Claude. To be honest, I just have the ChatGPT subscription, so I might as well use that. gpt.com. Let's try that. Let's create a ChatGPT clone real quick and see how it performs. Waiting for the prompt. I think I'll skip the security. Yeah, the problem is, guys, make sure that you read the prompts before you take them from ChatGPT, because ChatGPT tends to overcomplicate things. We could copy in the tech stack and then deliverable, just to wrap things up. We're gonna put the strongest model. We're gonna put it in agent mode, which I nearly forgot to do. And here goes nothing. We're gonna let this run for a bit. Just give me a second while I get some water. You guys can see it cooking it up. As you guys can see here, it thinks, but it does not show the reasoning process. It is something that I did see some people complain about in Claude, that it doesn't show the exact reasoning process compared to something like DeepSeek. Similar to what people were complaining about related to O1 and O3, that it's not completely transparent with what's going on. But to be honest, I don't really care too much. As long as I get the result that I want, I do not really care what the company does or how it protects its data. I'm trying to put Y, but it's not letting me. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that I needed to put Y there. Cursor also recently added DeepSeek R1 and V3, which is found pretty cool and pretty interesting. Seems to be going for a while. It's not really taking things step by step. It's just going for it, which is nice. But the agentic features of Cursor definitely help. Alright, guys, it's officially letting me start with the development server, where it seems like it has gotten an error. Let's add it to the composer. You're seeing, is this the issue? Doesn't use. Oh, okay, it doesn't seem to be a problem with the code. Oh, okay, I forgot to navigate to the proper directory. Makes sense, okay. I didn't go into ChatGPT clone. And plus this and symbol doesn't work for PowerShell, which I seem to be using. That was it. It wasn't a problem with the code, which is a big W. But let's not jinx it. Hopefully we don't get an error now. Starting development server. It took me here. Hopefully this works first try. Okay. We did get errors. We got some errors. Okay. Now let's see. This is good. Let's be positive here. Now we could see its troubleshooting capabilities. So let's do that. All this can go straight into here. These are the errors that I got them to fix them. Simple prompt, nothing crazy. Let's see what it does. So there's a dependency issue, so it's gonna make me run this. Let's reset all of this. Yeah, I was wondering, it was using the wrong one. Starting the development server again. Okay, less errors, but still errors. Troubleshooting is part of the progress, guys. Let's just copy and paste all of this into here. Now let's close that. Click clear. Remove all this nonsense. I got this error. After starting the development server, think step by step and come up with a solution to fix this. And of course, act upon. So now we ran into, I'm not going to count the first issue because it just did not know what command prompt I'm using. So it's one issue. Now we're attempting to fix it. Okay, problems with the icons. Here just did the same mistake, so I won't even ask it to fix it. I'll just go up here and do it myself. And finally, the chatbot is officially ready. It had one error and it was related to just installing the wrong version of the icons, but it has officially begun. It took me from step A to here, and wow, this honestly looks very, very cool. Conversation 1, conversation 2, there's example text. Obviously I need to put the API here. I can add a new chat to create another conversation. And then once you click on this renames itself. There's like nice animations, there's wow. And very nice thing here, you click the settings icon goes up and the OpenAI API key reveals right here where you're able to put it. Okay, this is really cool. And like they left like the little the little things that they put here, and like ChatGPT clone may produce inaccurate information and stuff, just to keep itself safe. Now I'm just gonna get my OpenAI API key and complete this testing of Claude ChatGPT clone. I'm gonna put this right here, close this, and let's test it. Oh, guys, I'm finding this very nice. I love the animations, the icons, the interface. It's all very, very cool, and it's pretty much ready. You could switch conversations. You can what is the best AI model? You could ask it anything. How are you? Perfect. It's acting just like how ChatGPT would act. Perfect. I guess if you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys enjoyed checking out how powerful Claude 3.7 Sonnet is, make sure to follow, or in this case subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment down below any opinions that you have, how you're going to be using Claude, what do you think of Claude 3.7, and if you have any critiques about the video, if you have any suggestions for me to improve the quality of this channel and these videos, or if you have any special requests from me, please don't hesitate to comment them down below. And that's it from me. Thank you guys. Bye.